Good morning, everyone. We'd like to welcome everybody to the 2020 Keystone Aquatic Christmas Meet, session number 7. Today we will be running with 13, 14-year-olds, 11, 12s, and 9, 10s. Our strokes today that we'll be swimming is 50 freestyle, 100 freestyle for younger swimmers, 200 IMs and 100 IMs, 100 back and 50 backs, 100 flies. Okay, our first event today is going to be event number 63, girls 13, 14, 50-yard freestyle. We will have 3 heats. Heat number 1 should have 7 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And as we just heard Coach Scott over the PA, that's my cue to get things started this morning at session number 7 of the 2020 Keystone Aquatics Christmas Meet. Sunday morning will feature 14 and under swimmers in a variety of events. The first event is the 13-14 girls 50 freestyle. And in the water for heat number 1 is McIntyre, Camicello, Tunks, Lindgren, Sparacco, Horn, and Martin. And at the wall first for this group will be Lindgren. She's 26-1-1. Second in that pack, Horn, 26.50. And third in that heat, Camicello, 26.73.
Event number 63, girls 13, 14, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 2 of 3, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for heat number 2, in lane 1, Cooler. In 2, Caramel. In 3, Mija. In 4, Gutierrez. In 5, Sauter. In 6, Hoyer. In 7, Kelly. And in 8, Naylor. Top seed in this heat is shared by a 25.82 previous lifetime best by Gutierrez and Sauter. So we'll see if that best time falls. First at the wall is Mejia, 25.54. Second in that group is Kelly, 25.58. And third goes to Caramel, 25.75.
Event 63, girls 13, 14, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 3 of 3, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for heat number 3, the final heat of the 13-14 girls 50 freestyle. In lane 1, Watsky. In 2, Workman. In 3, Shackley. In 4, Bear. In 5, Knopsnyder. In 6, Colarosi. In 5, Bueller. In 8, Brownstead. Top seed is 24.70. That previous lifetime best belongs to Cameron Bear. And it will be Bear first to the wall, 24.69. 1/100th of a second drop for a lifetime best. Second is Knopsnyder, 24.82. And third goes to Workman, 25.06. To conclude the 13-14 girls 50 freestyle.
That brings us to event number 64, boys 13, 14, 50-yard freestyle. There will be 4 heats. Heat number 1 should have 3 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now is the boys 13-14 50-yard freestyle. There will be 4 heats. Heat 1 features 3 swimmers. Swimming in lane 3, Furker. In 4, Shriver. And in 5, Zolob. And first to the wall for this first heat, just under the 25 mark. That's 24.93 for Zolob. Second in the group goes to Furker, and third is Schreiber with 25.13 and 25.42.
Event 64, boys 13-14, 50-yard freestyle, heat number 2 of 4, 6 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for heat number 2, 6 swimmers. In lane 2 is Pletz. In 3, Meehan. In 4, Hicks. In 5, Wojnowicz. In 6, Filipovitz. And in 7, Surface. 25.00 is the top seed in this heat, so we'll see if we get any of these young gentlemen under the 25 mark. And indeed we do. First at the wall is Meehan, 24.39. Second in the group is Pletz, 24.60. And third is Wojnowicz, 24.89.
Event number 64, boys 13-14, 50-yard freestyle, heat number 3 of 3. 8 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for heat number 3, swimming in lane 1 is Cummings, and 2, Barato, and 3, Hughes, and 4, Kermakov, and 5, Kromer, and 6, Saprinsky, and 7, Yu, and in 8, Bucchiarelli. Fastest previous time in this heat is 24.52. That belongs to Kermakov, but that will fall comfortably. Fastest in that heat was lane 5, Kromer. He was 23.52. Lane second in that group, Barato. Barato was 23.88. And third in the heat belonged to swimmer in lane 7. That was you, 23.96.
Event number 64, boys 13-14, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 4 of 4, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And the final heat for this event, swimming lane 1 is Taylor, and 2, Cohort, and 3, Green, and 4, Fleck, and 5, Estep, and 6, Moran, 7 is Dempsey, and 8, Gaudion. Looks like the swimmer in lane 4, Fleck, got off to a quick start, and he touches first, comfortably under his lifetime best, 22.12 for Fleck. Second will go to Estep, 22.32, 0.2 of a second behind there. And third will be Cohort, 23.36. But a 22.1 for Fleck to take the 13-14 boys 50 freestyle.
Event 79, girls 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. There will be 3 heats. Heat number 1 should be 4 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
Okay, and we're now on to event number 79, the girls 11 and 12 50-yard freestyle. There will be 3 heats in the water for heat number 1. Swimming in lane 3 is Lake, and 4, Burkholder, and 5, Strucko, and in 6, Walborn. First at the wall in that group was Lake, 27.40. Second was Strucko, 28.55. Oh, I'm sorry, that was third. And second belonged to Walborn, 28.04. 28.89 goes to 4.
Event number 79, girls 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 2 of 2, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for heat number 2, swimming in lane 1 is Turner. In 2, Zinzer. In 3, Dudley. In 4, Chong. In 5, Pennekamp. In 6, Skeetle. In 7, Mahler. And in 8, Karazinski. So, Julie Chong, the swimmer in lane 4, has been 28.02. We'll see if we get anyone under the 28 mark for the first time. As the clock ticks, 27. And yes, several 27s in the group. The first at the wall is the swimmer in lane 8. That's Karazinski, 27.37. Second will go to Pennekamp, 27.49. And third will be Chong, 27.71. Several swimmers under the 28 mark.
Event number 79, girls 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 3 of 3, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now is heat number 3, the final heat for this event. Swimming in lane 1, Henne. In 2, Kyle. In 3, Blau. In 4, Mellinger. In 5, Grimm. In 6, Schwartz. 7, Johnson. And in 8, Wolbert. The top seed in this group is Ashley Mellinger. She's been 26.11, and she's got about a half a body length lead. We'll see if she goes to 25. She does. 25.61 is Mellinger for the win. The lone swimmer under 26. 26.20 will earn Grimm second in the group, and third will go to Blau, 26.74. So a nice drop for Mellinger, 25.61 to take the win.
Event number 80, boys 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 1 of 2 heats, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And this is event number 80, the boys 11 and 12 50 freestyle. I apologize for not getting all the swimmers' names in on time, but I'll be able to tell you who touched first in the group. It was Sherry in lane 4 who touched first, 27.02. Second is Sultanov, 27.17. And third in that group will go to Richie, 27.31. Up next, heat number 2.
Event number 40, boys 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. Heat number 2 of 2, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for heat number 2, in lane 1, Tinsley, and 2, McGraw, and 3, Graff, and 4, Tran, and 5, Vickner, and 6, Tiff, and 7, Martin, and an 8, Yu. The fastest seed in this group is Tran. He's been 25.36 at his best. And as we're watching the clock tick now, it might be 25.14. So a small drop for Tran, 25.14 to take the heat. Second will be Graff, 25.30. Third in the group will be McCraw, 25.56 to conclude the boys 11 and 12 50 freestyle.
Event 81, girls 9-10, 100-yard freestyle. It'll be 1 heat, 4 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
In the water now, event number 81. This is the girls 9 and 10 100-yard freestyle. There's only going to be 1 heat with 4 swimmers. Swimming in lane 3 will be Kate Miner. In 2, Kata McCautry. In 5, Bryn Rosenbach. And in 6, Zoe Boyle. So this group is mostly seated between 105s and 108s as their lifetime best. Again, these are 9-10 girls swimming 4 lengths of freestyle. The group is sticking together at the first 50 mark, a series of 29 points at their feet. So 105 has been the best. That's McCautry. She's been 105.84. It looks to me like the swimmer in lane 6, that's Boyle, might actually touch first. She'll eclipse 105 easily. 101.29 will go to Zoe Boyle to take the heat. In the event, lane 2 will be McCautry. Second in the group will be McCautry, 103.01, and 103.26 goes for Minor, 106.74 for Rosenbach to conclude the 9-10 girls 100-yard freestyle.
Event number 82, boys 9-10, 100-yard freestyle. Heat number 1 of 1. 3 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
In the water now is heat number 1 of 2 of the boys 9-10 100-yard freestyle. We have 3 swimmers in heat number 1. In lane 3 is Krisman, and 4 Deal, and in 5 Mukaj. First at the wall at the 50 mark will be Deal. He was 32.14. All three of these young men are 9-year-olds in the 9-10 age group. So another year left to compete in the group. But right now their seed times are between 110 and 111. So a tight pack of seeds. It will definitely be Deal who touches first. He's got about a 3 or 4 yard lead on his competitors. 106.92 will be a big lifetime drop for Deal. Second will go to Krisman, 110.50. And there may have been a disqualification in the heat as no time is being displayed in lane 5. And I saw an official raise their hand. So a possible disqualification.
We should be at a 5-minute break here, gentlemen. I'm sorry, heat number 2, event 82. Heat number 2, 7 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
In the water now is heat number 2 before we take a 5-minute break. Heat 2 features Dashko in lane 1, Wolf in lane 2. Lane 3 is vacant. Lane 4 is Cole, 5 Gitman, 6 Otto, and 7 Chernick. The fastest swimmer at the 50 mark, 30.40 at his feet. That was Evan Cole in lane 4. So Cole's been 104.24 at his best. He has about a 1 body length lead on lane 5. That's Gitman. Gitman's been 106. And it looks like Cole will touch right about 1 second under his previous best. And he is first at the wall, 103.75. Gitman gets a nice drop as well, 105.45 to take second. Third will go to Dashko out of lane 1, 105.97. We will now take a 5-minute break. Please stick around for more swimming action.
Okay, we have a 5-minute break. Excuse me, both pools will be open for warm-up and warm-down. We have a 5-minute break. Thank you.
Small batch roasting at Green Shark means that every order you place is roasted and packaged by hand just for you and according to your own specifications. Our micro roastery provides us with the opportunity to make things personal for our customers so they can enjoy their coffee to the fullest. From screen printing bags to hand stamping origin locations, roasting dates, and single-serve cups filled by hand, we have your cup of coffee at the forefront of our work. Visit greensharkcoffee.com to order today. Use SWIM10 at checkout to save 10% on your order.
All right, let's get this show started again. For event number 57, girls 13-14, 200 IM. We'll be having 2 heats. Heat number 1 will have 4 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And welcome back from our brief break. I'll let the starter give us the go here. So in the water now is event number 67, the girls 13 to 14 200-yard individual medley. There will be 2 heats. Heat 1 features 4 swimmers. In lane 3, Watsky, and 4, Surface, and 5, Bear, and in 6, Kupski. So this event will feature 2 lengths of each stroke, 2 butterfly, 2 back, 2 breast, 2 free. At the conclusion of the butterfly, the pack was led in a 29:41 by Surface from Keystone. She has the top seed in this heat. Her previous lifetime best is 2:16:42. So her 100 split will still have she'll have a slight lead, 105.12, but every single swimmer in the heat is 105 at the 100, all separated by a few tenths. Second in the group was Kupski, 105.47. But, in the 4th position in the heat was Watsky, who was only about 3 or 4 tenths behind and has the lead right now in breaststroke. So, obviously, Madison Watsky, a breaststroke specialist, has opened about a half a body length lead coming from the 4th position after backstroke. But Surface is certainly still there too. Looks like it could be the 2 of them as we turn to freestyle. They're separated by about 0.8 of a second. Madison Watsky's previous lifetime best is 2:18:28. With about 25 yards remaining, we can start to guesstimate what they'll come in at. The clock sits at 2:06, 2:07, 2:08, so 10 seconds out from a lifetime best for Watsky. She will certainly earn that as the group finishes at 2:15 and 2:16 respectively. So Surface will take the heat in 2:15.75, about 1 second under her lifetime best. 2:16.27 will go to Watsky. And third will be Bear, 4th Kupski with 2:19 and 2:20.
Event 67, girls 13-14 200-yard IM. Heat number 2 of 2. There will be 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now is heat number 2 of the girls 13-14 200-yard individual medley. There are 8 swimmers in this group. Swimming in lane 1 is Zhao, and 2 Kelly, and 3 Carmiel, and 4 Knop Snyder, and 5 Gonzalez, and 6 Traub, and 7 Kill, and an 8 more. The fastest swimmer out of the gate was lane 2. That was Kelly. She hit the butterfly leg at 25:14 and got off to a quick open turn there. She holds about a half body length lead on several swimmers in the middle of the pool. The previous best time for Kelly has been 2:13:51. The top seed in the group is Ava Knopsnyder. She's been 2:10:78. But it's still Kelly at the halfway point, 1:00.67, so certainly pacing for a new best right now. With lightning quick first half, she still holds maybe a little more than a body length on the rest of the group. Expect Knopsnyder and Gonzalez to challenge here in the last 75 yards as they have the fastest seed times in the group. Up at the top of the pool, lane 8, that's Lily Moore. She's sticking right with the pack from the pack of fastest seed times there in the middle as well. And with 50 yards remaining, it's definitely still Kelly by about 2 full seconds. It looks like Knopsnyder will challenge on the freestyle leg, though, or aggressive stroke rate with 25 yards remaining. Knopsnyder certainly won't go down easy, but Kelly may hold on after leading the entire way, and she will turn in a 2:10.22, 0.2 of a second ahead of Knopsnyder, who was 2:10.40. So even a best time for Knopsnyder, but a 3-second drop for Kelly to take the event. Third in that group is Caramel out of lane 3, 2:12.48. And that concludes the 13-14 girls 200-yard IM.
Event number 68, boys 13-14, 200-yard IM. 1 heat, 8 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
And in the water now is event number 68, the boys 13-14 200-yard individual medley. There is only 1 heat featuring 8 swimmers. Swimming in lane 1 is Zolob, and 2 Franchetti, and 3 Hughes, and 4 Todd, and 5 Marr, and 6 Fleck, and 7 Moran, and 8 Taylor. The top seed in this event, that's Braden Todd. He's been 2:06.10 at his previous best. And he had a slight lead going into the backstroke leg, but the swimmer in lane 5, Marr, has certainly shown his chops in backstroke, as he'll have the lead at the halfway point. Marr turns in a 30.52 backstroke split, about 1 or 2 seconds faster than the whole rest of the pack. He's 56.97 at the 100 mark. Max Marr's previous best time is 2:10.22. So, barring an unusual second half, he looks on pace for a new lifetime best. And he still holds about a 2-body length lead on Todd. There's a crowded race for third right now, featuring Franchetti, Hughes, Fleck. They're all in the chase for the third position. But the entire time, or at least for the whole middle 100, it's certainly been Marr. But he looks like he might have been off quite a bit in the middle, as the swimmer in lane 6, Fleck, is just crushing this freestyle leg. He'll outperform the rest of the pack on the freestyle leg by several seconds, I think. He's 26.18 on the freestyle leg. That was, the folks in the room with me are remarking that Brandon Fleck showing some real grit on that last 50. 26.18. He'll take the event in 2:03.30. What's that, a lifetime best by 9 seconds? And 2:05s will go to the 2 gentlemen in the middle of the pool. Todd and Marr both turn in a 2:05.3 and a 2:05.7.
Event number 83, girls 11-12, 200-yard IM. We have 1 heat, 6 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
And in the water now is the 11 and 12 girls 200-yard IM. So the same event, this time performed by our 11 and 12 ladies. There will be 6 swimmers in the water for this heat. It'll be Walborn in lane 2, Wolbert in lane 3, Mellinger in lane 4. 5 will be Blau, 6 Grimm, and 7 Pennekamp. Mellinger has the top seed time by a comfortable margin. She's been 2:13.59 at her best, which would have placed her nicely in the 13-14 girls event. So she is a likely favorite and has demonstrated that thus far with about a 6 or 7 yard lead on the race for second in this one heat event. Mellinger's halfway split, 1:02.46, followed most closely by a pair of 1:07s from Blau and Grimm in lanes 5 and 6. So Mellinger comfortably maintains her lead on the breaststroke leg and will be 1:42.04. As we mentioned, her previous best time is 2:13. So if she can clock in around the 30-second mark on this final 50, she'll be looking at a new lifetime best, but certainly has enough of a lead to do as she wishes with. The race for second is definitely on between 4 swimmers. It looks like it might be Keystone's Madeline Blau with the lead right now in lane 5, but Mellinger touches first, 2:13.07, half a second under her previous best, so it's a new best time for Mellinger to take the win. Second will be Blau at 2:23.70, and third will go to Grimm, 2:24.73, 3-second drop time for June Grimm, so that's something to celebrate as well as we move on to the boys 11 and 12 200-yard IM.
Event number 84, boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle. Heat number 1 of 2. There should be 3 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now for event number 84, that's the boys 11 and 12 200-yard IM. There's going to be 2 heats in this one. Heat number 1 features 3 swimmers. In lane 3 is White, and 4 Martin, and 5 Tinsley. So the pack is led by Martin after the first 50, 32.06. Martin has the fastest seed time in heat number 1. He's been 2:30.89 and holds about a body length or 2 right now on Tinsley, and White closely follows Tinsley, another 2 body lengths behind. Martin will touch first at the 100 as well. Jack Martin is 1:08.24 for his halfway split. Again, his previous best is 2:30.89. Caleb Tinsley's been 2:31.07, so Tinsley's previous best only a hair different than Martin's. Ethan White's been 2:37.97, so he'll look to put up a new best as well. And Tinsley is showing off his breaststroke skills as he has comfortably outsplit Martin on this breaststroke leg after trailing a bit at the halfway point. Tinsley's breaststroke split will be 40.12 to Martin's, which will be 48.09. So an 8-second differential on the breaststroke leg there. Tinsley certainly enjoys the lead now. with just about 25 yards remaining for him. Again, Caleb Tinsley's been 2:31.07 at his best. The clock now runs at 2:15, 2:16, 2:17, so Caleb Tinsley will easily go best time to take heat number 1. It'll be Tinsley 2:26.08, a 5-second drop. Martin's time doesn't display on my scoreboard, but that's okay. 2:34.19 will go to White. He's 3 seconds under his best as well.
Event number 84, boys 11-12, 200 freestyle. Heat number 2 of 2. 8 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
And in the water now, we've got heat number 2 of the boys 11 and 12 200-yard IM. Swimming in lane 1, Bastrich, and 2, Tinsley, and 3, Reber, and 4, Tran, and 5, Moen, and 6, Tiff, and 7, McCraw, and an 8, Herman. Gavin Tran, as he has in a few other events this weekend, he's got a pretty comfortable advantage as far as seed times go. Gavin Tran's been 2:06.16. The next closest seed is James Moen. He's been 2:18.05. Tran does have the lead at the halfway point. I'm pretty sure he's got a strong breaststroke as well. He's 1:01.27 after back. Again, his best has been 2:06, so we'll see what kind of breaststroke split he turns in order to hopefully reach that best time again. He's actually followed most closely now by the swimmer in lane 7. That's Cullen McGraw. His lifetime best is 2:27.78. So McCraw has turned in a nice performance as well. The race for third is between lane 3, 5, 6. That's Reber, Moen, Tiff. Tran's breaststroke split 35-24 puts him at the 150 mark at 1:36.51. Again, he's been 2:06, so he'll have to break 30 seconds on his 50 freestyle here in order to go a new best time. And it looks like the race for second will be an exciting one between Moen and McGraw. Tiff is only about a half body length behind them. And Tran turns in a 30.97 for the final 50 freestyle to give him a 2:07.48, about 1 second off his best, but still good enough for the win. 2:17.49 and 2:17.66 are second and third. That's Moen taking the faster of the two times. McGraw is third at 2:17.66. So a 10-second drop to celebrate for Cullen McGraw.
Event number 85, girls 9-10, 100-yard IM. 1 heat, 2 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now, we have one of my favorite things to watch, a swim-off. Well, it's not a swim-off for finals, in the traditional definition of the swim-off. But it's one swimmer, v one swimmer. This is event number 85, the girls 9-10 100-yard individual medley. There are only 2 swimmers in the group. It's Kate Miner in lane 4 and Zoe Boyle in lane 5. They are swimming it much in swim-off fashion. They're sticking together at the halfway point. 33.26 and 33.75. Minor had the half-second lead. Boyle looks like she's got the longer breaststroke stroke, reaching more as she accelerates forward after each kick. And she'll have the lead at the 75 mark by about a foot or two. So it will definitely come down to freestyle. Boyle showed off some nice breaststroke technique there. But Minor is certainly putting up a fight in freestyle as well. They'll be separated by just a hair. It's Boyle first at the wall, 111.62, and Minor is 112.11. Geez, they're 10-year-olds? Those are some quick 100 IM times.
Event number 86, boys 910, 100-yard IM, one heat. Heat number 1, 4 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And we'll have double the swimmers in the boys 910 100 individual medley. There are 4 young men in this one. Lane 3 will be Dashko, and 4 Cole, and 5 Chernick, and in 6 Bueller. The fastest seed time belongs to Evan Cole. He's been 1:14.58. Dashko is out quick out of lane 3. Dashko takes the first 50, 32.28. His previous best is 120.20, so, assuming he hustles on this second 50, Dashko's in store for a new best time. So Cole with a quick in and out of the wall from breaststroke to freestyle. He understands the urgency of the situation as Dashko is still right at his hip, but it looks like it'll be Cole with about 5 yards remaining. He will go a 1:11.68. They would have raced real nicely in the previous heat with the girls. That was some close times there, but Cole puts up a new lifetime best, 1:11.68. So does Dashko. He's 1:12.96. 1:15.69 will go to Chernick, and Bueller will be 1:21.21.
Okay, the conclusion of that heat, we will have a short break. Okay, we'll start our next session up, next grouping up at event 71, girls 13, 14, 100-yard backstroke will be next. Again, we'll take about a 5-minute break here. Thank you.
And as far as folks who have been tracking the whole weekend goes, I have to point out when symmetrical times are up there. 1:21.21 for Grant Bueller, so that's a nice visually pleasing time. And we're looking at a 5-minute break before we resume with some backstroke events. Stick with us, enjoy the ads. We'll see you in 5 minutes.
Small batch roasting at Green Shark.
Okay, welcome back. If I can get DJ Greg, I'll lower the music a little bit. That'd be great. I'll get my timers and scissors back to our station. We'll be getting back into the swim tennis here with event number 71, girls 13-14, 100 backstroke. We will have 2 heats of this event. Heat number 1 will have 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And welcome back. So now in the water as we come back from our break. We're back to our 13-14 girls. This time they're swimming a 100-yard backstroke. There's going to be 2 heats for this event. Both full heats. In the water for Heat 1 is Kupski, Lindgren, Brownstead, Clorosi, Naylor, Spracco, Hoyer, and Traub. First at the wall at the 50 mark. A lot of folks sitting around the 30 for their first 50. Brownstead had Naylor had Brownstead by 7/100ths of a second, so Naylor was 30.15. A lot of these girls seated in the 103, 104 area, so we'll see if we get maybe a 102 to win the heat for a new lifetime best. It looks like it will be Naylor out of lane 5, who does touch first. She's 102.48, 103.60. 102.48. Second will be up in lane 1, Kupski, 103.43. Third will be Spracco, 103.65.
Event number 71, girls 13-14, 100 backstroke. Heat number 2 of 2, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
Okay, and we always defer to the starter. Now that the start is off, we'll announce who's in the water for heat number 2 of the girls 13-1400 backstroke. In lane 1, Mia. In 2, Gonzalez. In 3, Zhao. In 4, Shackley. In 5, Bueller. In 6, Camden. In 7, Gorman. And in 8, Workman. The top seed is swimming out of lane 4, and she'll be first at the wall for the halfway point. 28-31 is the halfway split for Shackley. Shackley's been 57-73. Great seed time for her. So we'll see what she pours on in the second half. She only has about a half body length lead on lane 3. That's Benita Zhao. Zhao has been 59-49. 59-45 is Bueller's best. So we'll see a couple under the minute barrier. 57.96 will be Shackley, just about 0.2 of a second off her lifetime best. Second will be Zhao, 59.53. Third will be Bueller, 1 minute, 0.29.
Number 72, boys 13-14, 100-yard backstroke. Heat number 1 of 2, Mr. Referee.
Okay, and just as we saw Leah Shackley take the girls 13-1400 backstroke, we move right into the boys now. There will be 2 heats. Heat number 1 will be 3 Keystone swimmers. In lane 3, it'll be Gaudian. In 4, Surfess. And in 5, Kermakov. These young men are all seated between 1 minute and 1:02. Surfess has been the fastest in the past. His lifetime best, 1 minute .41. He has about a half a body length lead on Kermakov, whose lifetime best is 1:02.42. So as they're in the second half of the final length of the race, it'll be a close grouping. 59.52 will be Surface. He breaks the minute barrier for the first time, so that's an exciting accomplishment. 1 minute .25 will go to Kermakov, and Gaudian will be 1:02.30 for about a 4/10 drop. Up next, Heat 2.
Event 72, boys 13-14, 100-yard backstroke. Heat number 2 of 2. There should be 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And the second and final heat of the boys' 13-1400-yard backstroke. In the water in lane 2 is Green. In 3, Bucchiarelli. In 4, E-Step. In 5, Marr. In 6, Filipovitz. And in 7, Shriver. E-Step has been the fastest in the past. His seed time, 55.20. He's surrounded by some 59s and 58s. He is first at the 50 mark by a full second. 26.06 is Derek E-Step's 50 split. He'll have to bring it back under a 30 in order to, reach his previous best. He's actually followed not too far behind by Max Marr, who we've seen some nice swims from already today. Max Marr will definitely solidify the second place spot, but it will be E-Step who goes a comfortable lifetime best, 53.75. So a quick time for E-Step to take the heat. Max Marr also has a big drop, 55.42. And third will go to Filipovitz, 58.03, which is almost 2 seconds under his previous best. So a big heat there of 100 backstrokes. E-Step will take it, 53.75.
Brings us to event number 87, girls 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. 1 heat of 1, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
Now we're on to event number 87, the girls 11-12 50-yard backstroke. We've got 1 complete heat here. 8 swimmers. In lane 1 is Burkholder, and 2 Henne, and 3 Mahler, and 4 Pennekamp, and 5 Strucko, and 6 Karazinski, and 7 Lake, and an 8 Chong. So this will be our 1 and final heat. Pennekamp has the fastest seed time, 32.14. And it'll be Lake who takes the event win, 31.14. Pennekamp is second, and third is Strucko at 31.6s each.
Event number 88, boys 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. 1 heat, heat number 1, 5 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now is one lone heat for the boys 11 and 1250 backstroke. Lane 2 will be Sherry, and 3 Moen, and 4 McRaw, and 5 Yu, and then 6 Weber. McRaw has been 28.67, so he has a pretty comfortably the fastest seed time, but actually with about 10 yards remaining, it looks like Alex Yu, who's got a small lead. Yu will be first at the wall, 28.32, so Yu drops 2 seconds off his lifetime best. 28.46 will get McGraw second. Third will be Moen, 29.50.
Event number 89, girls 910, 100-yard backstroke. Heat number 1 of 1, 2 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And now we're on to event number 89, the girls 9 and 10, 100-yard backstroke. As you've all heard me remark before, I love the one-on-one swims. It's a nice duel in the pool, if you will. Lane 4 will be Bryn Rosenbach, and 5, Kata McCautry. Their seed times are just about neck and neck, 1:19.12 and 1:19.57. Rosenbach will definitely have the lead at the first 50 split. 34.32 is Rosenbach's first 50. With the best time of 1:19, you got to imagine she's pacing under that right now. Now, McCautry could be a second-half swimmer, but it looks to me like Rosenbach will enjoy a substantial drop here with 25 yards remaining. And it will be Rosenbach first at the wall. 1:13.30 will be the winning time for the 9-10 girls 100 back. 1:17.16 will go to McCautry. New best times for both the young ladies. Up next, the boys 9-10 100-yard backstroke.
Event number 90, boys 910, 100-yard backstroke. Heat number 1 of 1, 4 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
And in the water now, there will be one final heat for the boys' 9-10 100-yard backstroke. This time it's 4 swimmers. In lane 3 is Mukaj, and 4 Bueller, and 5 Krisman, and in 6 Gitman. Bueller has the fastest seed time. He's been 1:16.50. But right now, it's looking like anyone's race at the halfway point. These young men are certainly sticking together. So 3:36s and a 37 are the 50 splits. Remember in the previous heat, Bryn Rosenbach was out in a 34 when she turned in a best time. So the boys not out at Rosenbach's pace, but we'll see if anyone's a second half swimmer here. It looks like about a half body length lead for Bueller with about 20 yards remaining. But I'll be relying on the scoreboard for who gets second, third, and fourth because those boys are virtually neck and neck. 1:16. It looks like Bueller might have missed the wall at the finish there, but that's how it goes sometimes with the young ones. So it'll be Chrisman who gets the win in that heat, 1:16.85. Bueller gets credit for being 1/100th behind, 1:16.86. Third will be Gitman, and fourth Mukaj.
We have about a short break here, a 5-minute break, and that'll bring us to our finishing events today, which is going to be butterfly. We're going to finish up today with some 100 butterflies and 50 butterflies, so we have a short break here.
So that concludes the 100 backstroke. We'll have a brief
OnSong is an app that turns your iOS device into a portable library that you can use to take your chord charts anywhere with you to practice or perform. It can be used to import, organize, and edit your songs. Pull sets from your songs library and share them with your band without the hassle of paper. Transpose keys, apply capos, and customize everything to your liking, all with the brush of your finger. All this in a simple, compact solution. OnSong. Transform your music, transform your world. Small batch roasting.
Okay, if we can get our timers and officials back to our stations, we're going to finish up today with some butterfly. Brings us to event number 75, girls 13-14, 100-yard butterfly. We're going to have 2 heats of this. Heat number 1, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
Okay, so as we hear the starter there in the water is event number 75, the girls 13-14 100-yard butterfly. It's going to be 2 full heats for this one. Heat 1 will have swimming in lane 1, Gutierrez, and 2, Traub, and 3, Tunks, and 4, Surfass, and 5, Gagino, and 6, Bueller, and 7, Gorman, and 8 Moore. A lot of this pack comes in with 102 to 104 seed times. The best has been 102.12 from Maddie Surfass. They're mostly out in 29s and 30s in that first 50, pacing for, maybe a 102 with about 20 yards remaining. It looks like lane 5 has the narrow lead. That's Gagino, Lily. She will touch first, 101.50, so that'll be a new lifetime best for Gagino. Second will be Surfass, 102.12, and third will be Moore out of lane 8, 103.04, another a best time for her as well. Up next, heat number 2.
Event number 75, girls 13-14, 100-yard butterfly. Heat number 2 of 2, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
So we're actually missing the top seed in the second heat here, but we'll let you know who else is in the group. Lane 1 is Lindgren, and 2, Kermiel, and 3, Knopp Snyder, and 5, Gonzalez, and 6, Kill, and 7, Kelly, and an 8, Zhao. So it looked like it was lane 1, Lindgren, first at the wall for the 50 split. But several 27s on that first 50. A lot of this pack is seated with 59s and 100s, so presumably the winner here will break a minute. We'll see if we turn in any 58s for some lifetime bests. Looks like lane 7 might be in it as well as 2. It will be 7, Kelly, who's turning in a nice day today. Kelly puts in 59.35 to take the heat. Kermiel will be second in 59.55, 2/10 behind. And third will be Gonzalez, 59.75, another 2/10 behind. So that's nice parity there. And up next, the boys 13-14 100-yard butterfly.
Event 76, 13-14 boys, 100 butterfly. 2 heats. Heat number 1 of 2, 5 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
Okay, as we move on to the 13-14 boys, Heat 1 will feature 5 swimmers. Lane 2 will be Zolob. 3 will be Filipovitz. 4, Bucciarelli. 5, Franchetti. And 6, Saprinsky. It looks like it's lane 4, Bucciarelli, who's jumped out to the big lead. He might easily beat his best time. 27.04 is his first 50. His lifetime best is 59.42. So if he can turn in a 30-second 50 here, he'll be A nice best time. 20 yards remaining. It's been all Buccarelli this whole time. Second looks like it'll be Franchetti out of lane 5. His lifetime best has been Franchetti's best has been 59.61, but 56.73 will take the first heat and certainly place into the second heat here. That'll be Buccarelli. Second will go to Franchetti, 59.43. Third in the group will be minute .79 from Zolob. Up next, heat 2.
Event number 76, 13-14 boys, 100-yard butterfly. Heat number 2 of 2, 8 swimmers. Mr. Referee.
Okay, so after we just saw a nice drop from Buccarelli, turn into 56, he'll certainly place into this second heat. We'll introduce who's in this heat. It's in lane 1, Moran, and 2, Marr, and 3, Fleck, and 4, Estep, and 5, Todd, and 6, Dempsey, and 7, Green, and an 8, Cohort. It was Estep first at the wall in the 50. He was the lone swimmer under 25 seconds. 24.94 was his 50 split. And he's closely pursued by 3 or 4 young men vying for the second place spot. It will be Estep. His lifetime best has been 53.76. And he'll hit at a 53.49. So right on the money there for Estep. He'll take first. Second will be Fleck with also a lifetime best. Fleck is 54.96. Third will be Todd, 55.38.
Event 91, girls 11-12, 100-yard butterfly. Heat number 1. 7 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
Okay, up next we've got one heat of the girls 11 and 12 100-yard butterfly. In this heat, lane 1 is Lake, 2 is Zinzer, 3 Wolbert, 4 Mellinger, 5 Blau, 6 Johnson, and 7 Mahler. The top seed is Mellinger. She's been 1 minute .30. That would be an exciting one to break for the first time if she does make it under a minute. She's ahead by a second and a half, and about 2 seconds at the 50 mark. 27.76 is Mellinger's 50 split. The only 29 in the heat was Blau, and she's about 1 body length ahead of the rest of the pack to solidify herself in second. Mellinger has 5 yards on Blau. So as we see, Mellinger maintains discipline in the home stretch, puts her head down for the last few strokes, and she's 59.17. As we mentioned, might break a minute for the first time. She does comfortably. 59.17 for Mellinger. Seconds, Blau, 103.52. 105.49 will secure Wolbert the third place spot in that single heat event. Up next, the boys 11 and 12 100-yard butterfly.
Event 92, boys 11-12, 100-yard butterfly. We have 2 heats. Heat number 1 of 2, 3 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
Okay, up next is 92. The boys 11 and 12 100-yard butterfly. There's going to be 2 heats. Heat number 1 features 3 swimmers. Swimming in lane 3 is Sherry, and 4 Tasker, and in 5 Martin. These boys are seated at 106 and 107. The first 50 split is 30.5 and 30.9 for Tasker and Sherry. So if they can bring it back in a 35, perhaps, they're looking at new lifetime bests. A nice final underwater for Tasker. Keeps him neck and neck with Sherry. Martin's just about 1 body length behind those 2. And it will certainly be best times for this group as well. 104.56 takes the heat for Sherry. Second will be Tasker, 105.42, and 106.46 will go to Martin. 3 for 3, best times. On to heat number 2.
Event 92, boys 11-12, 100-yard butterfly, heat number 2 of 2. 7 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
Okay, now in the water for heat number 2. Lane 1 will be Tinsley, 2 Weber, 3 Graf, 4 Tran, 5 Vickner, 6 Yu, and 7 Herman. First at the wall with a 27.37 is Graf. Similarly to the girls' event right before, Ashley Mellinger broke a minute for the first time to take that win. It could be Sam Graf breaking a minute for the first time in his 100 butterfly career. The top seed is 100.43 from Gavin Tran, but he's given up a body length or 2 to Graf. It will be Graf first at the wall, 59.11, so almost exactly the girls' winning time as well. 1:0.87 will earn Tran second. Third will go to Vickner, 101.35. So it will be Graf who breaks a minute for the first time, 59.11 to take the win in the 11 and 12 boys 100 butterfly.
Brings us to event number 93, girls 9-10, 50-yard butterfly. Heat number 1 of 1, 5 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
Okay, in the water now is the lone heat of the girls' 9-10 50-yard butterfly. Lane 2 of Vecchio, 3 McCautry, 4 Boyle, 5 Miner, and 6 Rosenbach. Off of a quick dive and underwater streamline, it's Boyle who solidified herself as the leader in this dash back and forth, and she will win 31-27. 33-24 will earn second for Miner, and Rosenbach will be third in 34-02. So a new lifetime best for Boyle. 31-27 takes that event.
Event 94. Boys 9-10, 50-yard butterfly. We'll be having 2 heats. Heat number 1, 3 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
And on out of the boys 9-10 50-yard butterfly. Heat 1 has 3 swimmers. In lane 3 is Chernik. In 4, Mukaj. And in 5, Deal. They'll be racing in this master swimmer's favorite event that he can still do. 2 lengths of butterfly. Probably going to do it much prettier than me and some of the old fellas in the Keystone Masters group do. About 5 yards remaining in heat number 1. This whole group stuck together. But lane 4, Mukaj took it, 35.11, and the other 2 are 35s as well, 35.49 and 35.84 for Deal and Chernik. That's all best times because they were all seated at 36. On to heat 2.
Brings us to our final heat of this morning's session. Event number 94, boys 9-10, 50-yard butterfly, heat number 2 of 2. 6 swimmers, Mr. Referee.
And this will be our final heat of the morning. It'll be heat number 2 of the boys 9-10 50 butterfly. Lane 2 will have Bueller, 3 Wolf, 4 Cole, 5 Dashko, 6 Kermakov, and 7 Gitman. Cole is the fastest seed by 2 whole seconds. He's been 32.83. He's most closely challenged right now by Dashko in lane 5. It'll be between the 2 of them at the final wall. Best time is eminent for Dashko. 31.44 does take it for Dashko. Cole is 4/10 behind, 31.82. Third will go to Kermakov, 33.72. So more best times ensue for the 9-10 boys 50 butterfly, and that'll conclude this morning's session.
And that brings us to the conclusion of our session number 7 for the 14 and under session. We appreciate everybody coming, and we hope everybody has a safe trip back and enjoys the rest of their holiday. Remember, live stream whenever you get a chance, Facebook Live and YouTube. Check out all the remaining sessions.
And our public address from Coach Scott certainly has it covered. Remember to let folks know for our remaining 2 sessions that Facebook Live and YouTube are both your options for watching session number 8 and session number 9. We'll resume at 1:30 with the 15 and up girls, and 5 o'clock will be the 15 and up boys. Our final 2 sessions of Sunday will be live streamed. We're excited to have you join us for the last 2 sessions of the Keystone Aquatics Christmas Meet. See you at 1:30.